African Union Communications. Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing on the progress of the special military operation as of February 23, 2026. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct the special military operation. Units of the North Force Group have taken up more advantageous positions and lines. They defeated two mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Marine Brigade, and a Territorial Defense Brigade near the settlements of Proletarske, Miropolye, Khotin, Iskriskovshchina, and Novodmitrivka in Sumy Oblast. In the Kharkiv Oblast, units of two mechanized brigades, a motorized infantry brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and a Territorial Defense Brigade were defeated near the settlements of Krasny Yar, Grafskoye, and Mariino in Kharkiv Oblast. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 225 service members, 11 vehicles, 4 field artillery pieces, a Verba multiple launch rocket system, and 4 supply depots. Units of the West Group of Forces improved their tactical position. They defeated the personnel and equipment of the Ukrainian Armed Forces mechanized and airmobile brigades and 2 National Guard brigades near the settlements of Borovaya, Novosinovo, Nechvolodovka, and Monachenivka in the Kharkiv region, and Krasny Lyman and Oleksandrivka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 195 service members, 4 armored combat vehicles, including a U.S.-made HMNWV armored vehicle, 18 vehicles, and 4 artillery pieces. An electronic warfare station and 3 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved their position along the forward edge. They defeated formations of 2 mechanized brigades, an assault brigade, and a motorized infantry brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces near the settlements of Malinovka, Reznikovka, Drushkovka, Kramatorsk, Konstantinovka, and Nikiforovka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy lost over 140 servicemen, 6 armored combat vehicles, 11 vehicles, and 5 field artillery pieces, including 4 Western-made. 2 electronic warfare stations and 3 supply depots were destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions. They inflicted losses on the personnel and equipment of 3 mechanized brigades, a Jaeger brigade, an infantry brigade, 2 airmobile brigades, an assault regiment of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Marine brigade, a Territorial Defense Brigade, and 2 National Guard brigades near the settlements of Kutuzovka, Belitske, Dobropilya, Sergeyevka, Novoaleksandrivka, and Kucherov Yar in the Donetsk People's Republic, and Mezhevaya and Novopavlivka in Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. Ukrainian Armed Forces suffered losses of up to 390 servicemen, 6 armored combat vehicles, 8 vehicles, and an artillery piece. Units of the East Force Group continued to advance deep into the enemy's defenses, defeated formations of a mechanized brigade, 2 airborne assault brigades, an assault brigade, and 3 assault regiments of the Ukrainian Armed Forces near the settlements of Vozvyzhevka, Lubitske, Lesnoye, and Novonikolivka in the Zaporizhzhia region, and Pokrovskoye, Prosyanaya, Novoaleksandrivka, and Novoskelevato in the Dnipropetrovsk region. The enemy lost up to 355 servicemen, 5 armored combat vehicles, 11 vehicles, and 4 field artillery pieces. Units of the Dnipro Forces Group defeated the personnel and equipment of a mechanized and mountain assault brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces near the settlements of Kirovo and Kamishivaka in the Zaporizhzhia region. Over 50 servicemen, 15 vehicles, 3 electronic warfare stations, an Israeli-made RADA counter-battery station, and an ammunition depot were destroyed. Operational tactical aviation, strike drones, missile forces, and artillery of the Russian armed forces struck transport energy and fuel infrastructure facilities used by the Ukrainian armed forces, as well as temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed forces and foreign mercenaries in 148 districts. Air defense systems shot down 7 guided aerial bombs, 21 U.S.-made HIMARS multiple launch rockets, a Neptune long-range guided missile, and 541 fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles. Since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 670 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 116 804 unmanned aerial vehicles, 650 anti-aircraft missile systems, 27,835 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,671 MLRS combat vehicles, 33,445 field artillery guns and mortars, 55,079 support military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.